Right, listen up, people. If you are under the age of 13, please leave, thank you. Just to let yous know, there's a ton of swearing in this video, so listener beware. I'm sorry folks, I'm in pure low energy mode again today, but I thought I'd start this off. Welcome to the PS4 version of my infected games list, where I'll rhyme off around about 4 or 5 of my absolute top banger games that you must play on the PS4. Some will be multi-platform, some won't. Let's just bust into it like a pus-filled bubo. Right, this first title was a wee bit of a joke. It's called Onishinbara Z2 Chaos, or something like that. I think it's Onishinbara. That's what I say, but I'm probably saying it wrong because it's a word that's probably far too long for my business to be speaking it, you know, so there you go. So it's the best I can do. It's basically pervy Dynasty Warriors, lassies and their knickers fighting zombies. I'll leave a wee bit of gameplay here, but you're no missing much here. But I wanted to showcase a wee bit of the more dafter side of the infected genre. No, well, not infected, zombie genre. Enjoy, feast your eyes on this utter nonsense. Right, we're going to start off this video properly with Dead Island Definitive Edition. Definitive Edition. I don't know why I fucking keep doing that. So irritating. Anyway, this game first came out for the PC, Xbox 360 and PS3 back in, well, whenever it was, can't remember. All I can remember though was it Dead Island or Dead Island Riptide that came with a dismembered woman's upper torso? That was fucking disgusting as a collector's edition. I think it was Dead Island Riptide. Or was it? It was one of the two, but that was in the UK. I think they eventually banned it. Because it was just this fucking torso, no legs, arms cut off, head cut off, in a bikini. You're like, really? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Oh, it's fucking rancid. Anyway, the game's no bad. It's been updated, re-released, remastered, all that shit. Runs at a higher frame rate, all that. Ugh. For some reason, the PS4 version's only got one game on the disc, whereas the Xbox version's got both games on the disc. Figure that out. Dead Island Riptide and PS4's a download. Why? So when I download that, I can't trade that in as the definitive collection or edition or whatever because it's missing a whole fucking game. You need to sell that for like 2 pence and 50. Aye. Stupid fuckers. Oh, what the fuck? And that's not the only PS4 game that happened with. That happened with Saints Row 4 Re-Elected Edition. Fucking Get Out of Hell was a download, but you buy the Xbox version, they're both in the disc. Now, they both use the same optical media. They both use fucking Blu-ray DVDs. Why are you doing this? Is this Sony just going, I know how we can fuck them over. Fucking fuck them over. We'll just put one game on the disc because we're fannies. Maybe it was a print issue, who knows. It's just annoying because once you've redeemed that code, as you're going to, you've fucked your whole fucking collection and you might as well keep it. I think this is a better sort of commentary for not buying games when they first come out. Because they depreciate in value like fucking nothing on earth. And it's just like, well, fuck you. Anyway, let's talk about the game. So it's based on this, I'm going to say, New Zealand type island of Banoi, which I don't think exists. I think it's just all fake. You're pure... The game starts off and you're getting fucking ratted and you see all the characters, right? And then you pick one of them. So who was the guy in the intro? Because it can't be you. The guy will get pissed, he'll run into all 4 main characters, then go to his hotel room, fall asleep and wake up as somebody else. It's a bit strange. There's a big black guy called Sam B, and then there's 3 other cunts, I can't fucking remember them, I don't really give a shit. There's a white guy that can throw things, there's a black woman that can shoot things, and there's an Asian, Chinese woman, Korean woman, Japanese woman, I don't know, I'm just hitting all bases here, that can stab things. Beep. Let's try this again, eh? No? Then when you get the definitive edition, you'll get another guy called Ryder. You really need to pick better names so that I don't feel the need to make fun of them. Ryder into the fucking sunset. Ryder into the dust. Aye. Moving on, they did the same shit in Mass Effect Andromeda. They're both called Raiders, so they both like to Ryder. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm... Mate, my head, I think it's this fucking temperature from COVID. It's just sending me fucking loopy. Well, I'll make some entertainment for you and I'll get banned off YouTube and go to jail and all that shit because I'm a twat. Can you tell I'm actually recording all these back to back? Because the mood's the same through all fucking videos. I'm going to take a wee break after this. So, if you want Dead Island Definitive Edition, it's an inferior version of Dying Light. It's made by the same people, but it's nowhere near as good. But it's very, very similar, and it's not a bad game. I'm no bashing on the game itself. It's not bad. It's just there's something better out now. You're probably better off spending your time on if you haven't already. So yeah, cool. Moving on. I do apologise if you can hear hammering in the background, but my neighbours seem to be building things. Whilst we're stuck in the house, they'll just build shit. They're probably building another house. Anyway, next game, what are we talking about? Dead Rising 4. The sequel to Dead Rising 3 and 1 and 2. No surprise there then. Made by Capcom Montreal, which is now defunct because this game didn't sell well, but people are like us because it's a lot of shite. It's not as good as the previous one in some aspects. Some aspects it's better. I'll get into that, right? Where I think they went wrong was making it an Xbox exclusive for a year. Yeah, that might not have been the best idea, Capcom. Xbox One sold about 40 million units at the height of its fucking thing, and I don't know, it didn't have the same appeal as the other Dead Risings. You were starting to stray away in 3, and then you really went after Reservation in 4. I don't like how they deal with the, what do you call it? The survivors. The survivors are usually standing on top of things and you'll just batter fuck it at some zombies and save them. Then they'll run away and go to this fucking fallout shelter type thing. And you can only have 15 survivors in each shelter and there's a few dotted about the map. But once that's full, the survivors still respawn and they respawn and they just respawn and they just keep respawning like it's a game of Call of fucking Duty. And you don't escort them, they just jump off, piss off, maybe leave you a weapon or a wee collectible or something, and then that's it. It's like, why are you back there? You're the same one I saved half an hour ago. Why are you back? Did you go out for bread and milk? Can you no fucking deal with these quarantine conditions either? Say what they tell you not to go out when there's a pandemic in the road. Don't fucking go out. Okay, it's not fucking hard. You're gonna end up getting this fucking lockdown for real. Big martial law and all that, baby. Fucking Big Colonel Sanchez going, you're not getting out, cunt. I don't know why I said Sanchez, but live in the middle of Scotland. There's not going to be very many Sanchez's in Scotland. But yeah, no, that's me being a bigot now, I suppose, isn't it? I like to make jokes of these things because people are way too sensitive. Fuck them. So you go Frank West. Frank the Wank West, eh? Now he's about 55-year-old in this game. They changed the voice actor. Everybody went fucking nuts, but I don't mind so much because people's voices do change as they get older. Why they couldn't just get the original voice actor back, I'll never know. But there was a reason, probably money. Cheaper. It's just cheaper to hire an unknown actor than it is a fan favourite. But that's really neither here nor there. Now, is it? Because it's not a proper Capcom game. But it is, but it's no, but it is, but it's no. So, and it's also set at Christmas. And you're back in Willamette when the game series started all those decades ago, back in, was it 2008? 2008, I think. Something like that. Here I am, on fuck's sake, they're building coffins outside for other grands. Oh, that's a spicy motherfucker. And I recommend this game if you are a fan of just fucking bashing zombies to bits. Now the combat's slightly better. Well, it's fucking same, let's be honest. But it's still fun, so as long as I'm having fun. Look, I don't mind if video games change. Alright, some of the aspects did get worse, but generally it's a better game. It runs better, it looks better, it sounds better. Farts, like same as every other fucking game, farts. Then it crashes, and then I'm all over the place today. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm in lockdown. I'm in self-isolation inside a house with 2 other people, so it's kind of impossible to self-isolate, but I'm managing it because nobody else has got sick, and that's been nearly a week. A week tomorrow. Yay me, yay Craggs, COVID Craggs. Anyway, I've waffled on enough shite. Look, you'll get this for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Okay? It's as cheap as chips. It's a good laugh. Set at Christmas. Fucking get in there, batter some zombies, build some weapons, demolish some cars, and kill the bad guys and save the day. Okay? Cool. I hear bird songs singing outside. The place is shut down because Captain Trips has hit us all in the face with a baseball bat. Now I'm going to talk about Killing Floor 2. And this game is available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, should you want to buy it. I think you've now got like a special version of this, but it comes with a bunch of stuff, bunch of DLC, bunch of add-ons. I've just got the bog standard version for the PS4, and this game is basically a level-based, run-around, shooting zombies type game. You'll pick a level, you'll have between 4 and 10 waves, and they'll ramp up. Every wave you'll get a slightly more zooped-up zombie, maybe a smaller zombie that's harder to hit, maybe it'll shoot fireballs, maybe it'll just be like a bloater and exploding guts and blood and shit everywhere, and you know the fare, you know what you're getting with an infected slash zombie game like Left 4 Dead, Dead Rising, whatever. You're gonna get your special infected, and unfortunately this is where the repetition can set in with these games, because you can go, oh look, it's a shooter zombie game. What you're gonna get in this, very few of them are just zombies. In fact, the only one that I can think of were just zombies and people was The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, but that was bollocks, to put it in a nice way. It had the voice talents of Norman Reedus and Michael Rooker, but that couldn't save that stinking pile of fetid shite. But Killing Floor 2 is definitely worth your time. It's fun, it's multiplayer, it's single player. You can, I think there's microtransactions in it because there's crates in it. When I uploaded the game the other day, I just sat for about 10 fucking minutes with like 50 crates, 50 fucking crates, and I thought, no, I'm not sitting through all this now. And the crates will give you various things, cosmetics, mostly. Well, I've only opened the one, and I got a face paint and a gun skin. Who cares? You know, who gives a shit? The game's fun. So if you're looking for something in a more budget, indie title style fashion kind of thing, you can do it far worse. There is a Killing Floor 1 on the PC, but I'd just give that one a miss and buy the second one now. I don't even know if there's a story. I know it's set in the UK though. And at the end every round you get to upgrade your gun, buy new guns, sell guns, buy armour, all that shit. Nothing really much more I can say about this. But it's good fun. I think you should check it out. And if you don't want to check it out, fine, you just watch the gameplay that I'm providing. Because I will be providing gameplay. Like I do with all my fucking videos, it's not as if it's a surprise. Don't even know why I said that. Who wants ice cream? I do. I'd also like, well, I don't know what else I want at this point in time. Cake. How about that? How about cake? Big zombie cake. I would actually like a zombie TV series, not to dive into total fucking nonsense. That's what I'd like. I'd like The Walking Dead to actually, you know, be good. That's what I really want. I want a good Walking Dead game. There's a VR one that came out and it's PC only. It looks alright, but I don't get excited for VR games because I'm just sitting for 12 fucking hours with this fanny goggles in my face. Do you know how exhausting that is? And you stand up, sit down, move about, make sure you're not bumping into it in your fucking living room, making sure your living room's big enough. No, just use a game where I can control with a controller there. And Half-Life 3. Moving on. Now I'm going to talk about one of the daddies of them all, The Last of Us. The Last of Us, a masterpiece and masterclass in game design and narrative storytelling within a video game. It is one of the best games you will ever play in your life. And if you don't like it, I actually have to ask you why. Just don't dislike it because it's been a massively hyped game. If you get genuine criticisms, I don't have a problem with that, but if a lot of people like it and you turn and say, I don't like that because a lot of people like it, then you're a bit of a fucking idiot, ain't you? So have reasons to like and dislike things. I'm going to tell you my reasons why I like this game. This game is probably one of the most immersive I've played. It's so atmospheric. They nail the atmosphere perfectly. The voice acting is very good. High caliber. Brilliant performances. Game's linear. It's no open world. So it's no this trudge through basically a nothingness. It reminds me of, I always come back to Half-Life 2 when I talk about games like this. Half-Life 2 is brilliant at making you believe you're part of a bigger world than you actually are. You're just level after level. It's just like Doom in that respect. You get to one loading screen, on with the next level. Last of Us, similar idea. Some explorable areas, but nothing terribly open. But it makes you feel you're part of this big fucking infected land of mushroom zombies. I know that sounds a little silly. I think they're called quadriceps or something like that. That name escapes me. It's based on an actual real fungus that affects ants, and it's like a stem of this fungus that grows in the brain and takes over the ant's nervous system, and then causes the ant to walk up to the highest point that it can, and then it'll stop, and then the fungus will break through the ant's head and spores will come out it to spread its seed. It's nature's way, or it's a viral or spore. Not virus, it's spore based. That's its reproduction, okay? Plants do that. Pollination, that's plants reproducing. Same idea, but this shit only it goes from ant to ant. It's not made the jump to humans yet. My god, what has in The Last of Us? There's no real great explanation as to where it came from. There's a wee bit of mystery here, a wee bit of mystery there. The game starts and then gets to a certain point. Oh Jesus, that opening is very emotionally affecting. Let me tell you, the jumps 20 years into the future. Into the future. Anyway, and then you play as Joel through the whole game. I think there's a slight section where you control Ellie, and there's DLC as well called Left Behind, and that's set before The Last of Us and during the story. So you're gonna want to play The Last of Us to completion before you play that, or you will hit mild spoilers for later on in the title. And the way the game's broken up is broken up into 4 seasons. So you spring, summer, autumn, winter, back to spring again as the game ends. And obviously, if people that are in the know of this title, the sequel's out in about a couple of months. Very much looking forward to that. I have a week off to play it, so I'll probably do a review of that at some point. But Last of Us, it's got your tropes of these infected titles. It's got newly infected, which are the runners, and they can see and hear, and they'll batterfuck at you. Then you've got the clickers, and the minute the clickers grab you, you're dead. So you have to avoid them at all costs. Later on, you'll be able to craft shivs. There is mild crafting in the game as well. Craft bombs, med packs, shivs, even upgrades for your melee weapons, which is great because it'll give them an extra couple of fucking scalps, which is needed in this game because you fight a lot of humans as well, and it's like, you wee bastards. The game is made by Naughty Dog, who are famous for Crash Bandicoot and the Uncharted series. But this is not your jovial jaunt through tombs or a wee marsupial fucking thing eating hundreds of fruit per level. Man, he must have bills like a river. Yes, I highly recommend it. I think it is a smasher. I find it very natural to talk about this game because it is one of my all-time favourites. I think you should check it out. If you don't like it, have a think to yourself why. If it's like what I said before, because you just don't like it because everybody else does, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Give this a bash. Even at that, you know, don't fucking just go play a level and go, oh, well, at least I tried. No. Play the game at least halfway through because it does change quite a lot. There's a lot of different locales, a lot of tense moments. It's brilliant. It's kind of how I would have hoped the Resident Evil games went rather than what we got with 7. But there you go, that's dems the breaks. There's also a heavy stealth element, which is unusual for me because I'm not a big fan of stealth games. I'm not very good at them, don't have the patience. This game, it gelled with me like You know, like ketchup on a burger or whatever. And they go together brilliantly, and it's well done. And you don't need to worry about the companion characters because for some reason the AI can't see them. Which is probably the only way you could really do it without somebody else controlling it. And yeah, I'm glad they're not going, oh help me, every 2 seconds. You imagine? Oh my god, I'd rather they just couldn't see them. Sometimes that'll break your immersion. It didn't until someone pointed that out, so well done me. Yep. Right, next game. So here we come to the final game in this list. In this video, it is Days Gone, which is basically just open world Last of Us with a bike. I think what they were going for with this game was they wanted to have like a sort of Walking Dead meets Sons of Anarchy feel, and I think they do that very nicely. They got accomplished that beautifully. Open world game, very similar to the tone of The Last of Us, has the bleak sort of Walking Dead feel as well, plus you're a biker. So there you go. If you're a biker, you get. Oh, it instantly feels like Sons of Anarchy, even though I thought Sons of Anarchy was a pile of shit. Flip-flopping is not the word for that program. First 3 seasons are pretty good, but after that you can fucking put the rest of it in the bin. Hated it, but this is probably my favourite game of 2019. Certainly one of the best, if not the best, in the zombie genre. It had a bit of a rough release when it first came out. It was glitchy. There was some real bad performance issues with its frame rates. The most noticeable parts of the frame rate dips were when you were driving about in the bike in the open world. One of the biggest things in the game, you could say, and it would just fucking all of a sudden boom, hit the floor, and you're like, what the fuck? And it could be a wee bit disorientating because you'd be driving and then the game would sort of stutter and you're like, am I going in the right direction? Because the momentum with the bike, it feels weighty, so you end up flying off the road, or even worse, get flying into a fucking rock and wreck your bike, and you have to have scrap on you. Obviously the worse the damage is, the more you're going to need to repair it. Plus you'll get ambushed. Now the first couple of times that ambushes happen, it's really great fun. You'll have a sniper and he'll pop your petrol tank, shoot it, and that's it. You come flying off the bike, and you're like, oh fuck, and then you go and deal with them, and then you fix your bike, or it'll be like a rope across the road, and they'll just fucking clothesline you straight after that bastard. But see, when they happen like multiple times, it can get a little bit frustrating. One of the biggest and best things about Days Gone is its horde technology. Very impressive technology it is. The only thing was, it got beaten to the punch last year by about a week by World War Z, which is a very similar horde technology. It looks more impressive in World War Z, because it's in a more confined control space, so they can funnel the zombies. It just looks less glitchy and just looks a bit more impressive than what it did in Days Gone. It's been patched now though, but it was a bit of a shame because it was like, oh, we're going to have these big hordes in Days Gone, and then World War Z comes out of fucking nowhere and just boom, steals its limelight a wee bit, which is, both brilliant games for very different reasons. But if you're really hankering after another Last of Us game, I know there's a sequel to Last of Us coming out in a couple of months, but you still get time. Still get time to go out and buy this, because you'll get it for cheap now. Don't know how much, but my guess is around £15 to £20 if you're lucky. And I think for the amount of content you're getting out of this, well worth it. Right, I'm going to talk a wee bit about the story in Days Gone. So you play Deacon St. John, I think that's his name, kind of a shit name, but his mission at the start of the game is to find his wife, who he has been unceremoniously separated from after the zombie apocalypse started, or freaker apocalypse, because they don't call them zombies in this. They don't even behave like zombies too much, but they've still got the special types, the screamers, bloaters, fucking giant ones. Pet hate of mine because it's so fucking done to death and it's actually really not all that interesting. So he's looking for his wife. The game is long. I reckon about 60 hours you'll get out the story, plus there's side stuff, and there's a lot of side stuff. But the game starts off kind of slow. That's the only part of it that's a bit annoying. It's like, it is great, but the first 10 hours or so are just a bit of a trudge. So you need to really persevere with it, and I highly recommend that you do, because see, when you start getting better weapons, you start upgrading your bike and your abilities, and the game really opens up. But it's just that getting over that hump. And a lot of games are starting to sort of follow this trend. I mean, the Shadow of Mordor or Wardor games, they were the same. They're really slow builders. But when you get into it, you get your powers, and you're like, yes. This is the same. Right, so at the course of the story you meet different camps, you'll go from one part of the map to the other. At first I thought the map wasn't entirely open, because there's a little loading bit between the north and the south, but that's just for a specific mission. Game does fully open up the map. It's fucking huge. I was really impressed. I mean, I was like, sort of looking at this like Red Dead Redemption sort of sizes. You're like, fucking hell. And then when you're stoating about, and you can run out of fuel, which is really annoying as well, but it's only happened to me twice. And I was like, right, I'll get off the bike, ran out of fuel. Fuck, pay attention next time, dumbass. Cutting about, and then I noticed a wee farmhouse, and I thought, oh, what the fuck is in there? So as I'm approaching it, this farmhouse looks burnt out, but it's a nest, and it's not just any fucking nest. It's the home to a bloody horde. So these fucking freakers come spilling out this fucking building, and I'm like, fuck, I can't really be bothered dealing with a horde, so I run away. They follow me, and I run into a train yard where I run straight into another horde. So then you get these two hordes merging into a super horde. And it's probably one of the most standout bits of gameplay for me in this entire whole fucking experience. I did beat them, but it cost me like every bullet, every Molotov, every bomb. Brilliant fun though. I've actually got that up as a video on this channel. Mate, things like that, it just makes the experience. And I didn't expect it to happen, which is even better, so it's more organic. This isn't scripted. Well, it is to a point, because they do put the hordes in the game, but you know what I mean. So after that, I'm like, fuck it, we'll continue on with the story. And it goes on and on and on, and you get different camps and different factions, and there's a few of them, and you'll find survivors out in the wild, and you can tell them where to go between these camps, and you'll get different benefits, and it does tell you what the benefits are, which is really nice. So, in my heart of hearts, this is probably my favourite zombie game. It's one of my favourite open world games. It's just a great lot of fun, and the main character's a bit of a prick, but he's likeable. There's a few. Just fucking do yourself a favour and get this tried. If you've been thinking about getting Days Gone, think no more. See if you can get it cheap. You can get a second-hand copy. You'll get it for cheap now. Well worth it. Brilliant game. Loved it. Game of the year 2019 for me. Last of Us 2 has got its work cut out for it to top this beast, I'll tell you. Right, hope you enjoyed the video and all that pish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.